Hello everyone, I'm Amanda Edwards.
And I'm Scott Davis.
Welcome back to another year of SGN, the Shaw Good News. We are excited to be your co-chairs for this year's Northwest Georgia and Greater Chattanooga United Way campaign.
Thank you for tuning in today as we learn how we, as a Shaw team, can help our community and our neighbors through the United Way. Shaw could not support our community without you. The past year has been full of challenges, whether you've been working in our manufacturing or distribution plants, transitioned to working from home, or maybe somewhere in between like we are. Yes. We are so thankful for you and appreciate you working through every adversity. And still, you're here with us today, helping support our community. Thank you.
You know, Scott, I'm really glad you mentioned that. Last year and a half has been a real challenge for our Shaw teams and our communities. Last year, we had to give from a distance, but this year, our United Way journey started with spring volunteering projects. Here's a quick recap of the campaign so far. For more than 50 years, Northwest Georgia and Greater Chattanooga community has looked to Shaw for leadership, for service, and for financial support.
Shaw's support of United Way spans generations because we believe that to have a thriving company, we must have a healthy community.
As our region recovers from an uncertain period due to the pandemic, new needs throughout Northwest Georgia are emerging.
In Bartow County, Advocates for Children has seen a 15% increase in forensic interviews due to allegations of child abuse or neglect. Students that rely on school meals were left hungry. The Boys and Girls Club is on track to serve more than 50,000 meals and snacks in Bartow County this year. In Gordon County, 173 Shaw associates received support from one or more community partners. More than 8,000 people needed assistance, an increase of 25%.
Since Shaw is such a big part of our communities, it's up to us to make a difference. Here's how we're helping this year.
Community partners depend on our passion and our expertise to serve as volunteer leaders on their boards. Now is a great time to offer your leadership to these important organizations in our communities.
This spring, more than 600 volunteers provided 3,700 hours of service. Shaw volunteers addressed critical needs by tutoring students, packing food, and even building a home.
Most importantly, without our financial help, many partner agencies may struggle to address urgent needs.
In fact, we are challenging you to step up your giving. If you have never donated before, start now. With $5 a week, which is the price of a cup of coffee, you can help provide transportation to and from work for an adult with disabilities.
If you're already a regular donor, how might you give a little bit more? With an additional $10 a week, you can provide rent assistance for a family facing a crisis. You can choose to donate out of your regular paycheck, or you can make a one-time donation.
Just like Shaw is part of the Northwest Georgia and the Greater Chattanooga area, United Way is part of who we are as a company. Giving back is part of our culture. Let's do our part this year.
Together, through United Way and its community partners, we can help address and hopefully alleviate many of the critical needs in our community.
Let's create a better future.
Let's harness the power of our community
together.
Make your pledge today at unitedway.shawinc.com or see your team leader for a paper pledge card.
I don't know about you, Scott, but I really hate seeing myself on video.
Absolutely.
Ugh, brutal. But wow, that segment showed some wonderful statistics and illustrated just a few of the many volunteering events we had over the last few months. The impact of COVID was felt strongly by our community partners, but you still went out there and you dedicated your time. The latest numbers are in, and thanks to your teams, we had almost 700 volunteers with 4,000 hours of service. That's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic. You know, Shaw has a long history supporting our communities through the United Way. There are servant leaders across our company who believe in creating a better future through volunteering and giving their time and of their financial resources. Right now, this campaign is about Northwest Georgia and the Greater Chattanooga area. It's also our largest campaign.
You're right, Scott. We make up almost 50% of the local Northwest Georgia contributions. Whew, no pressure. No pressure.
Well, this just goes to show you how important Shaw's contributions are to the success of the local United Ways. We also want to recognize our other facilities that support their local United Ways just at different times of the year. There are 7 additional facility campaigns. Some are bigger than others. Our Fibers Division runs campaigns in Columbia, Andalusia, Aiken, and Bainbridge. And besides the Dalton area, Distribution runs campaigns in Savannah as well. All of that proves that giving back to the community is part of the Shaw culture. As a matter of fact, if you'll look at a copy of the Shaw Way,
Whoa,
you will see
look
it's
at
on our
that.
vision statement. Amanda, can you read that?
It sure is, Scott. Creating a better future for our people, for our customers, for our company, and our communities.
As a matter of fact, our CEO is this year's board chair of the United Way here in Northwest Georgia. Here to talk more about that is Tim Balcom.
You may ask what got me involved with United Way at the very beginning. I began my career with DuPont as an engineer in a chemical plant in Wilmington, North Carolina. DuPont believed in the United Way, and we had a very aggressive campaign at our plant. I was immediately impressed by the impact that industry could have on the community. So I made a commitment to give a gift, and I made a commitment to myself to, as my ability to give grew, my gift would grow. I sincerely believe that United Ways are good for business because I believe there's a direct linkage to healthy communities. Happy customers only happen with happy associates, and happy associates only happen when there's healthy communities. There's a direct linkage between the three. Don't particularly like talking about myself, but one thing I can say is, maybe it's a little trivia, is that I'm a 4th generation preacher's kid. We even call ourselves PKs. In fact, I'm the first oldest Balcom son in 5 generations that didn't go to Wake Forest Seminary and go on to preach. So one of the things I love about United Way is it does give us an opportunity to serve. And maybe I was just hardwired to serve.
My favorite thing about Shaw is having authentic leaders like Tim who are hardwired to serve. Hey Scott, did you have any preacher kids as friends growing up?
I did.
I did too, and man, they were wild. So we better have a reporter keep an eye on Tim.
Absolutely. Oh, wait, Amanda.
Yeah.
I'm hearing some breaking news. We have an incoming report from Reagan Edwards on site at the Boys and Girls Club in Chatsworth, Georgia. Reagan, take it away.
Hi, I'm Reagan Edwards, kid reporter from Shaw Good News. We are here at the Boys and Girls Club to investigate United Way's impact in the local community. I have Olivia here to talk about the Boys and Girls Club in Murray County. Olivia, do you like dogs? Yes. Well, this is my Old English Sheepdog, Sugar Bear. A few weeks ago, I helped a team of Shaw associates, including my mom, Amanda, spread mulch here on the playground. Do you think we did a good job?
Yes.
What do you do here each day at the Boys and Girls Club?
It depends on the weather. Sometimes we play on the playground. Sometimes we play in the gym.
Okay. What are your favorite things to do here?
Everything, and I love to play with my friends.
Shuggy, do you have a question? Very good question. You didn't get that?
No.
Well, here's what she said. How would you feel if there wasn't a Boys and Girls Club?
Sad.
Do you have anything else to tell our viewers?
Yes.
What is it?
You always respect your Boys and Girls Club.
Well, you heard it. Back to the studio!
Do it one more.
Wow, thank you, Reagan and Sugar Bear, for that great scoop at the local United Way agency, the Boys and Girls Club.
I'm so glad Reagan got to take part in this year's campaign. She has been brushing and washing Sugar Bear for weeks getting ready. I'm glad she also got to see firsthand how your giving has a real and tangible impact on people in our community. United Way ties us together with the community, and we all have our own personal connections to it. Hey, speaking of personal connections, Scott, why don't you tell us how United Way has impacted you?
Sure. Well, you know, I'm from the Northwest Georgia area, actually from Murray County. I grew up there. And my whole family, besides me, are teachers. So I grew up in schools, and I got to see firsthand families in need, from hunger to homelessness and abuse. My family and my faith taught me that I should do something about that. So for many years, I've tried to help the United Way raise money in Murray County. And my job was to talk to companies and try to talk to individuals to see if we could raise money. Many companies and individuals did give, but many didn't. And many of those companies also wouldn't let their employees give, even if their employees wanted to. And that's why I'm so proud of Shaw. Not only do we take it seriously as a company, but we allow our employees to get involved and be a big part of giving back together. One person can make a difference, but how great is it that all of us can work together and make a huge difference to our community? So Amanda, that's my story. What about yours?
Well, Scott, mine didn't start locally like yours did. But my father, he grew up involved in the Eagle Scouts, and he actually did a lot of volunteering at Camp Sidney Dew. So he helped with my Brownie troop, my Girl Scout troop, and he loved to tell me all the stories about how Camp Sidney Dew shaped who he was. On Sunday afternoons, he would often lead church services at a local nursing home, and he would take me with him. So Scouts and helping others was a huge part of who he was, and I guess he passed that on to my sister and I. When I moved to Dalton 19 years ago, I was welcomed into the community by a local church and my new Shaw family. When two newlyweds, I mean, you know how it is when you get married. I mean, we had very little that was decent, but we had a U-Haul. It had wedding gifts and all of our furniture packed in it, and we showed up on Williams Road, and there were volunteers with hand trucks ready to help us move into our new home and our new community. I mean, who does that? Scott, do you volunteer to help people on your day off move?
Not move.
Me neither. Me neither, but I try to now because it made such an impact on me, and I knew then Dalton was a special place to live. So my first experience in Dalton was feeling the power of community. And through the years, I always gave to United Way because it was the right thing to do. But the longer I live here and I raise my kids here and work at Shaw, the more I see the real impact Shaw's passion for community has on real people that I love and that I work with.
Yeah.
Every time I give or I volunteer, I know it makes a difference, Scott.
Well, thanks, Amanda. That is a true power of community story. Thank you for the story. It's amazing what you can learn when you get to know people. And you'll find that there's some really amazing stories out there about how the United Way was able to help. One such story is from our own Anna Quintero. Anna has experienced firsthand how the United Way and affiliated agencies benefit our community. Now, not only is it a great United Way story,
Yes,
but it's really a great Shaw story. Now, Conexion, one of our ARGs, recently highlighted Anna's story, and we were so moved by it that we thought you might want to hear more. I think you will.
My name is Ana Quintero. I work at Plant 4. I've been in Dalton for about 23 years now, working for Shaw for about 18 years. My husband at the time, my ex-husband now, was involved with drugs, and I was not aware. I did not know what was going on. We went for a couple of years like that until finally he was arrested. And as he was being arrested, the detective said, "I'm not taking your kids away from you because I know you never knew, you weren't aware of what was going on." But I ended up in the street. Everything was taken away, home, everything. As I was in the street with a little bit of money left, I took a room in a hotel. And as money was kind of slim there, didn't know what to do. So we had one more night. The housekeeper actually said, "I'm gonna talk to the manager and see if we can let you stay for one more night," because that was that. No more money. The manager introduced herself. She said, "I'm gonna let you stay, but I'm gonna connect you with somebody from United Way." At the time, it was the Georgia's Women's Shelter, now the Crisis Center. Once United Way took me in, they contacted the agency, the Crisis Center. They picked me up, took my kids in, took me in. They provided care for them. It was a beautiful thing when they said, "Don't worry, just get settled in. We'll talk about next steps later." And as we were getting to that later, they provided not only care for my children, diapers for that newborn baby, formula, everything I needed. They took my kids and just treated them like they were their own. reading to them, making them feel comfortable, making them feel like that was a home. A couple of days later, they said, well, I think it's time for maybe seeking opportunities. We have a connection with Shaw. They have available positions open. Do you have any experience? I wanted to start things right, so I said, no. Not gonna lie, I want to get things done the right way. Well, Shaw took their time to sort out those jobs, to find something that would not only meet the needs that I had for my children, but also the times that the daycare could provide daycare for my kids. As they were doing that, I sat in that lobby thinking, where am I gonna end up? I had no experience in manufacturing, but fortunately, they found a place. Plant 80 was my home, and it was my home for 12 years. At first, it was a little punch to your ego or your pride, because you never want to be in that situation. You never think that you'll be in that situation. And when you overcome that and you say, well, there's these people that can help you, and you take that help and you recognize that they're doing it without any other intention but to help, it makes a world of a difference. I think it's important for people to know these type of stories. Sometimes we get in a mindset that we're never gonna need this. All it takes is a bad decision to end up somewhere where you never think you're gonna be. Whenever you can relate to these type of stories and situations that you may see a face and say, well, there's no way that person was homeless. There's no way that person was in that situation. But when it's voiced, when it's shared, people will understand why it's so important to give back. I would encourage, especially my coworkers at Shaw, to donate, to participate, to be active members, give back, because you never know when you're gonna need it, when a family member's gonna need it, when anyone out there is gonna need some type of assistance, some type of help to get back on their feet and see the light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you for supporting United Way.
You know, Scott, I never get tired of hearing Anna's story. I am so glad that you and I got to meet her as part of this campaign. We appreciate you, Anna, for sharing your story in your own authentic, approachable way. This year, we reached out to our ARG partners and encouraged them to use this year's campaign to get out in our community and give back together.
You know, I think about Anna's smile, right? She had a great smile.
Right.
Her story makes it real. Our donations impact real people and help make their lives better. Still, there's so much work to be done in our community with the continued impacts of COVID-19, and we're just thankful to be on this journey with you so we can accomplish this goal together.
With all that's happened, it is not hard to imagine that the need at the agencies is greater than ever. That's why we have a big goal. We are trying to reach $2 million. That has never been done before at Shaw, so no pressure, Scott, no pressure. We are aiming big to help address challenges our communities are facing. In order to reach that goal, we hope you will join us in pledging your support. We want everyone to participate, and for those that are able, we hope you can increase your pledge by 15% over last year.
And we know we can get there, though, because the need is so great. But, you know, beyond the dollars, we want to ensure everyone, especially our new associates, learn more about Shaw and the United Way partnership and hear those stories of impact like Anna's. Even if you choose not to donate, please complete the pledge form so we can ensure that everyone is reached. In particular, we have a goal of 100% salary engagement. We want to know that everyone had a choice and took the time to either pledge or say no thank you.
To make your pledge, go to theunitedway.shawinc.com or see your team leader for a paper pledge card. We really appreciate our team leaders, don't we, Scott?
Yeah, they're fantastic. They do a great job in the facilities, and they're the real engine behind the campaign. So thank you to all the United Way folks that are working so hard to pull this off. Thank you so much to our team leaders particularly. And again, thank you so much to you guys. So really we're at the end of the kickoff, and this is the end of SGN. You know, we had originally scheduled this for an hour.
Yes, we did.
And since we're in the spirit of giving back, we're going to give you back some time. We'd love for you to use this time to go ahead, fill out your pledge card, and let's all take care of our community together. So, for SGN, this is Scott Davis.
And I'm Amanda Edwards.
Thanks for tuning in. Now let's go create a better future together.